So this video is long overdue. I honestly don't even know why I procrastinated making this video, but I think that I have just been a little bit upset and bitter still in regards to everything that happened to my Instagram account. And it was almost like talking about it made me even more frustrated. And today I want to talk about it a little bit. So I do have a lot of questions that you guys asked. So we're going to talk about a little bit of everything when it comes to being a YouTuber, being a blogger, being an Instagrammer, being an influencer. And I'm also going to dive into everything that happened in regards to losing my Instagram account for 12 days. Let's get started. So I wanted this video to be super casual, so I have the door open so that cats can come in and out, and I'm just sitting here on a stool. First, we're gonna go ahead and dive into some of the influencer questions that I got, whether you're curious about kind of where I'm currently at in my influencer journey, or maybe you're interested in becoming a YouTuber, blogger, Instagrammer yourself. I got a lot of questions and I do want to try to go over as many as I possibly can. I have a really bad habit into going into a lot of detail. I am a rambler, I am a talker, but I'm gonna try really hard not to do that today. So let's go ahead and dive in. We will get into the whole Instagram drama stuff at the end, so stay tuned for that. But the first question that I was asked is it hard to get started? Absolutely not. You just have to do it. Get over whatever is holding you back, whether it's fear, whether it's embarrassment, maybe other people are telling you not to do it for this reason or that. If you truly want to do it, give it a try it out. I wouldn't say immediately start investing a ton of money into it. I started filming on my iPhone. Obviously it wasn't this one, it was an iPhone 5, I believe, my very first, and several other videos after that. I filmed with my iPhone. I didn't even have a light. I just propped them up to shoe boxes and I filmed my YouTube videos on my iPhone. You can start with the phone that you have, that you're most likely watching this video on right now. There's no reason not to. Just start. It's easy. You just have to get over your fear. Can you make a good living from YouTube or being an influencer? Absolutely. But it's with anything in life. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. But not just financially. I will say I did not start LuxMommy with any intention to make $1, much less turn it into a full-fledged business. So you have to decide, what are your goals for your YouTube channel or your blog or being an influencer? What are your goals? You can create them. I will say I didn't create goals for LuxMommy for a year or two into starting LuxMommy, because I really just did it because I needed a space like this, and that's why I did it. Now it's become something completely different than I ever expected it to. So obviously now I have daily goals, I have monthly goals, I have weekly goals, I have yearly goals, and I have overall like arching larger goals as well. So you have to decide. Make a goal or make several goals, maybe short term, maybe long term, and you decide what you want in regards to starting a business like this, and you will get out of it what you put into it. Did I hire somebody to set up my website? Initially, no, I did not have any help with my website. I set it up on my own. I bought a very affordable template and I set up the template all on my own. I spent hours, lots and lots of time setting up my website initially. It was about a year in that I decided to make the largest investment that I had ever made when it comes to LuxMommy. And I hired somebody, and it cost about $4,500 to completely redo my website. And I will say, I don't recommend doing that initially, because that's a lot of money to invest in something you're not 100% sure is going to work out for you. But I do think it is smart to invest money like that when you do get to a point that you know it's something you want to continue to do. So it was one of the smartest things that I could have ever done for my business. Yes, I continue to invest money in my website now. I do have someone that goes in and tweaks it from time to time, and I did do another little revamp about a year and a half ago, and that did cost a little chunk of money as well. But I really, really think those investments are very, very important if you truly, truly want to turn, you know, your blog into a full-blown business. You want it to look professional. I think that's really important. How do you get collaborations? How do I approach them? What do I say? So there are a couple different ways to go about getting brand deals, brand partnerships. You can sit back and you can do your thing and you can allow brands to approach you, and then you get to decide yes or no if they're a good fit for you. Or you can actively reach out to brands that you want to work with. You can create a wish list of brands that you want to work out with, and you could reach out to them. You can hire somebody to reach out to them. So there are two different ways. In regards to what you say, I would just be very organic and natural and talk about how you connect with that particular brand, why they're a good fit for you, how you currently utilize that brand in your everyday life, and then maybe talk a little bit about your ideas on how you would share their brand to your audience. I think it's a lot easier than you expect. I personally don't reach out to brands. I have always just kind of said yes or no to brands that you know, approach me. But I think both options totally work, and you can totally create a brand either way. This is a really good question. So I've been doing LuxMommy for 6-7-ish years. Do I have help? Do I do it all on my own? And yes, I absolutely have help now. Did I have help always? No, I didn't have help for several years after starting LuxMommy, but now I do have help. I have an editor that edits my YouTube videos. I have 2 part-time assistants. One assistant is out of state and she works for me remote Monday through Friday. She works for about 2, 3, 4 hours a day. Every day is different. She kind of has a set schedule. I also have a local assistant that comes to my house 2 days a week to help with, you know, doing returns, going to the post office, you know, doing my Poshmark. She'll list things and ship things out to Poshmark. She might steam clothes for upcoming, you know, photos or videos, organize things. She'll take iPhone photos, stuff like that. She's also very part-time. So it could just be, you know, a couple hours a day up to, I think the longest day we've ever had was 8 hours. So it just depends. Every single day is different. I also have a photographer, like a professional photographer. He also helps me with some video work, if it's like a lookbook or something like that. And then I also have somebody that helps me with SEO. So I have several like people that help in different areas of LuxMommy, but that was well into years of doing LuxMommy. So it's not something that I think is necessary. I really think you just get to a point where you are very aware that you need help in different areas. I also got a lot of questions in regards to social media platforms. Which one do I recommend? YouTube or Instagram? That is the 2 biggest ones that I got asked about. And if it's simply YouTube or Instagram, hands down, I'm gonna go with YouTube. YouTube content is way more evergreen, meaning you can create a video today and that video can still be searchable and findable and viewable years after you created it, because YouTube acts like a search engine. Whereas Instagram, you can share a photo today and that photo is gonna be lost in about a week. Nobody's probably ever gonna see it again, or very few people are gonna see it again in about a week. It's gonna get lost down in the feed. That photo is gonna live for a couple of days if you're lucky on the algorithm. But I personally don't think it's a one or the other situation. I do think YouTube is a really, really good base to start out with, but you do need those accompanying social media pages to push people to the content that you created. So when you film a video, when you set it live, share a Instagram post and say, hey, new videos on YouTube. Share a Facebook post, hey, new videos on YouTube. Share a Twitter, hey, there's a new video on YouTube. Maybe do a little teaser TikTok, hey, there's a new full video on YouTube. So I don't think it's personally a one or the other. I really, really think you have to kind of do it all. How do you make money as an influencer? So there are several ways that you can make money doing YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you know, whatever it is. If you have a YouTube channel, or if you start a YouTube channel, first and foremost is gonna be through AdSense. That's gonna be like a views, you know, is gonna make you money over time, and then you will get a monthly check. So that's kind of the first way that I made money when it came to LuxMommy. Second was affiliate links. I still highly recommend affiliate links. I think it is such a smart way to run an influencer business, but also the most organic way. I will never understand any sort of negative connotation that comes with affiliate links, because you can share anything. You do get a kickback from that. You know, you can grab a link from an affiliate platform that you're signed up for. I'm signed up for several. You can grab that link, you can put it down below, you know, you put, this is the item, here is the link. They click that link and it goes to the product. It doesn't cost you any more money, but the person who the link is associated with will get a kickback of pennies on the dollar. Affiliate percentages are going down and down and down every single year. So when I say pennies on the dollar, I literally mean pennies on the dollar. And we spend a lot of time creating content. A video can take hours. I know I went off on a little bit of a tangent when it comes to affiliate marketing, but I truly believe it is like a no-brainer when it comes to having an influencer business in any capacity, whether it's a hobby or it's a full-fledged business. There is no reason whatsoever why you shouldn't be using affiliate links. It, to me, is silly not to. It literally costs the viewer $0, and it's just a way to say thank you. So yes, I'm a huge fan of affiliate links. I just, again, no brainer to me. The other ways you can make money is directly with brands. So that could be a flat fee. They could reach out to you and say, hey, Amanda, we would love for you to include, you know, our brand in an upcoming video. You look up the brand and you decide if it's a good fit for you, and you go from there, and you know, negotiate a fee, a flat rate fee for a one integrated video. You know, you can add in social media add-ons if you want to. Another way is through coupon codes. Coupon codes are very similar to affiliate links in regards to whoever uses the coupon codes, you'll get a kickback from that. So if, you know, 100 people use your coupon code, you'll get a kickback from those 100 people. Again, costs you no extra, but you'll get a kickback. I will say I don't personally have any active kickback codes right now. So not every single code, like every single time we share a code, does that mean we're going to make money from it? That's something that I actually, I mean, in the 6-7 years, well, I mean, let's say 5 years that I've been doing campaigns, I've maybe done less than 5. Literally, I can probably count on my hand how many of the code through like kickbacks that I've done. I just don't typically do those. I personally prefer affiliate links and flat rate partnerships. Those are my two favorites when it comes to making money from, you know, like product versus like AdSense or stuff like that. But yeah, there are a lot of different ways. I've also made money from a company reaching out to me and asking me to create content, but they don't want that particular piece of content to go on my YouTube or my social medias. They want it to go on theirs. So that's another way, but it's, you know, if you're creating content, they're paying for your likeness at that point. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways to make money, and you don't have to do all of them. You could say I'm strictly going to do affiliate links, or, you know, whatever it is you want to do. You can decide. I personally have dabbled in all of them, but like I said, my favorites are definitely affiliate links and brand partnerships. I get asked a lot about equipment, what I recommend, what you should start out with, and what I'm using now. So I'm gonna link all of the equipment that is in front of me down below. I've got light boxes, I've got a ring light, I've got my big camera, and then of course an added lens. I've also got a microphone and a stand. I've got literally 1, 2, 3, 4 tripods in front of me, and I actually plan on adding one more camera view soon, probably in the next couple of months. I'm gonna add another camera view to my setup just to kind of up my game. But this is not where I started, you guys, so keep that in mind. If you are looking to start a YouTube channel and you are going to compare the quality of my videos and have that same expectation, that's fine if that's what you decide to do. But I personally feel like that's very unrealistic expectations for yourself and not attainable for you to achieve immediately. Like I said, I started my iPhone. It wasn't this one. I believe it was the iPhone 5. I was a little bit behind the times at the time, but I started with my iPhone literally leaned up against shoe boxes. I did that for a little while. And then once I made some money with my AdSense, I did buy my first camera with that, which was a Canon point and shoot. I still have that camera, by the way, and I still recommend that camera, by the way. I'll link that down below as well. I think that is a really good first camera to start out with, to be honest. So I'll put that down below for you guys. But I think that you have to truly ask yourself. So keep in mind, I am not what I would say is a typical looking to start a YouTube channel person back then. I think that most people that want to start a YouTube channel, they want to start a YouTube channel because they know of the possibilities. They know that they could make money from it. They could, you know, fill in the blank, whatever people see YouTubers as, right? Me, I did not have any idea that I could ever make a penny from LuxMommy. I literally did it because I needed a space like this. I needed a safe space to talk about fashion and luxury and handbags, and I didn't have that in my everyday life, and I had no intentions. I had no goals whatsoever, which is funny because if you know me at all, I attach goals to every aspect of my life. I am a very goal-oriented person, but this was the one area in my life that I could just have for fun, that it could just be for me. And that's why it is so important to, no matter how big LuxMommy ever gets, not that I think LuxMommy is big now, because I don't. I think that I'm literally at the perfect size. I think every size that I'm currently at is the perfect size. That's why it is so important to make sure that these spaces, that LuxMommy is always organic to me. And I don't force myself to film videos if I am feeling sick or down. I truly want LuxMommy to be something that I genuinely enjoy. So you have to ask yourself, what are your goals? Do you want to just have fun? Do you just need a place to vent, maybe be yourself, maybe talk about a niche that maybe you don't get to talk about as much in your real life? Or are you planning on making this a business? I do think no matter which one you decide, I think starting out with the phone, especially with how amazing phones are today, it is so smart because you're not going to spend thousands of dollars on equipment and then all of a sudden feel obligated to film. What if you start doing it and you don't enjoy it? That's my thought process, and that's why I started with my phone. So if you start a YouTube channel and you realize, hey, this is not for me, it's a lot more work than I thought, it may not be a good fit for you. I just think the phone is such a smart way to start, especially with the quality of the phones now. Use some natural light, film by a window, use your phone. That's what I recommend. But I will put all of the equipment that I'm using today, and I will also put down my top 2 starter cameras down below in the info box for you. I love this question because I feel like it's very much me and like how I started, which is, how do you get the courage to start? How do you get over your shyness? I will say I still to this day get nervous during some things. Like if I go live on Amazon, I get so nervous. It takes me a few minutes to like calm down. And there are some times where I still get nervous to this day. I am naturally an introvert, so it is something that I still kind of struggle with. I think that if you are naturally an introvert like me, you're never going to get away with that. But the truth of the matter is you just have to push yourself through it. I think that this is probably one of the best ways. That's why I actually think a lot of YouTubers are introverts, because it is such an amazing way to speak and communicate, but you're really by yourself. Like I am literally in this room, but I mean, there might be a cat or two in here, but I am literally by myself in this room. I am staring at a camera and I am all by myself. If I make a mistake, I just have to delete that little clip. You know what I'm saying? If I say something silly or that embarrasses me, I just have to not include that in the video. Like it is so easy to be yourself, but in a way that makes you feel comfortable, right? Like you could be you can 100% be you without other people around making you be less, right? So I actually think it is the perfect thing for an introvert to truly find themselves. And I will say, and this is gonna get deep for a second, but we won't stay there too long, I truly believe that because of LuxMommy, I was able to really find myself. And I think it's because as an introvert, it's not that we don't have a lot to say, It's that we don't always have the space and the environment that we feel comfortable enough to say it. And this platform has allowed me to do that. And I really, really feel that I have found myself. And I just feel like I'm just so grateful for LuxMommy more than you could ever imagine, and has zero to do, I say this all the time, it has zero to do with the financial aspect of it or the popularity aspect of it. It truly has changed my life and allowed me to be me in a way that I am so confident in who I am. And I think that it does that more than people realize. So if you're shy, if you're introverted like me, this might actually help. This last question that we're gonna talk about is the perfect segue into the dreaded Instagram drama. And that is, what would influencers do if Instagram shut down? Okay, so let's go and answer that question before we dive into the whole Instagram drama situation. First and foremost, I think it's so important to diversify. That's why when I answered that question earlier, if it's not one or the other, it really is creating a brand, right? You should, if you really, really want to do this, and I didn't do this right away, but obviously I do now, you should have every single social media platform for an influencer business. I have a Facebook, I have a TikTok, I have a Twitter, I have a Pinterest, I have my Instagram, I have a YouTube, and I have my blog. Wow, I have 7 platforms. Is that everything? I think that's everything. I have 7 platforms. So if Instagram, God forbid, did go down, I have my other platforms that I can rely on, right? Now, I'm not gonna say that if Instagram went down that I wouldn't be devastated. I don't even have to imagine how I would feel if Instagram went down, because it happened to me. My Instagram was down for 12 days, and I want to go into that, and I just really encourage you not to judge me for what I'm about to say, because this is truly the perfect example of you don't know what somebody's gone through unless you've been in their shoes. Because I literally went into a state of depression when Instagram went down. And let me just kind of say this, logically, I felt so dumb for feeling the way that I felt. Logically, I kept telling myself, what is your problem? It is Instagram. Relax. Relax. Why are you feeling so strongly about this? Because I cried for days. I literally cried for days when I lost my Instagram. And I would literally tell myself, like, you are being so ridiculous. It is an Instagram. This is not what is important in life. Logically, I knew that, but emotionally, I could not get it together. I could not get it together because I just couldn't. I worked for so many years to build my Instagram, and I knew I hadn't done anything wrong, but there was somebody telling me that I had. We'll go into all of the details. I'm kind of glad, because I feel like I'm at a better place to be able to talk about this now. It was devastating. Like, devastating feels like not even a strong enough word when I lost my Instagram for 12 days. It was just gone. I literally woke up one day and I went to say good morning on stories, and like a pop-up said, your Instagram has been disabled. You'll hear something or get something in 24 hours. And it happened all so fast that I didn't understand it. I was 100% certain that somebody was trying to hack me in that moment. I was 100% certain. I found out very quickly that that wasn't the case. I was not hacked. I was not hacked. Somebody had reported my page. And they reported my page for something absolutely ridiculous and wasn't even true. I was reported for selling counterfeit handbags. One, I'm not a handbag seller. And 2, every single handbag that I've ever shown on my Instagram, which that's the page we're referring to, as well as here on my YouTube, let's just say it in case anybody's curious, has been authentic. I don't share or condone counterfeit handbags. Every single handbag that I have ever shown you since LuxMommy has ever existed has been 100% authentic. And I'm not a handbag seller, right? I'm not a handbag seller. So yeah, I was reported for that. Apparently when Instagram believes that that's the case, they don't even give you a chance. I was very fortunate that I didn't give up. I continued to reach out to Facebook. I continued to report it as false. And even when I kept asking, what was I reported for, they wouldn't tell me until one person did. The person said, you know, you were reported for selling counterfeit handbags. And that was the moment that I knew I was going to get my account back, because it was 100% not the truth. And so I submitted documentations explaining how everything was real. Like I sent in all my pages and everything saying that I don't even sell handbags. And it took another few days to get it back. But my Instagram was down for 12 days. Do I know who did it? I do. And you want to know how I know? How funny is this? So the person that reported me, I guess, had been keeping an eye on my page, because that's just who they are. How sad that that's how they are. But they'd been keeping an eye on my page. I started an extra page. Which I do still have that backup page. It's the LuxMommy on Instagram. If you want to go follow me there, I share like a little bit more personal stuff there. But I shared on that page just a few things, and someone responded and said, "Aren't all the bags you sell fake?" And I literally screenshotted it and shared a stories. And I said, for anybody that is confused, one, I don't sell handbags. I'm not a handbag seller. And two, every single handbag I've ever shared with you has been authentic. And then I responded to that person and I said, "You're the person that reported me, right?" And then I corrected her or them, and I said, "I don't sell handbags. I am not a handbag seller. I am just a plain old Instagram blogger, YouTuber." And she immediately blocked me. I'm pretty sure it was that person. And it's sad. It's sad that there's people that exist in this world with nothing better to do than go around and bring down other people. I was upset. I really, 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 really was upset. But I did learn a lot through the process. I learned that it is so important as an influencer, especially if you really want it to be a business and you really want it to continue to grow, or even if you don't, it is so important to diversify. It is so important to make sure that you're not just focusing on one platform. You really need to have, what is that saying? Don't have all your eggs in one basket. You really, really need to diversify. So I learned that. I also learned just how important it is to take the time off if you need it. I think that a lot of times in the past, I've always felt obligated to share an outfit of the day every single day. And I do want to get back to that, don't get me wrong, because I'm still not currently back to that. I swear it's been one thing after another recently. One, I always take a lot of time off in the summer, right? I always take a lot of time off in the summer to be with the boys. We had that happen, and then back to school and kind of that whole mess. And then I got COVID and I was sick for 2 weeks. So I really, really feel it's kind of been one thing after another. And so I still haven't gotten back into my normal, typical routine. But I personally love sharing my outfits of the day. But I don't want to feel obligated to ever share content. I want to do it because I want to. I want to share something an outfit that I want to share with you guys. And I feel like I really did learn a lot during that process. I also learned that I think, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe I'm going to speak this out and I would love your input. But I think that I want to do a YouTube course. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit more in depth in regards to becoming a YouTuber. I think that YouTube is such an amazing space to start a platform. Yes, I think it's important to diversify, but I think YouTube really is the perfect place to start. And I have learned so much along the way and over the years, not only just through trial and everything, just learning and growing, research, other YouTubers, whatever it is. I've learned so much. And so I think one of my LuxMommy goals is to start a YouTube, you know, like kind of YouTube 101, like how to get started type of thing. I'd love to know your thoughts and your input on that down below in the comments if that's something that you guys would be interested in. I just think I have a lot of information that I've kept all inside over the years, and I want to share it with you, but obviously I want to make sure you're interested, right? So yes, I did lose my Instagram. I think I have a few questions here. I did lose my Instagram. I lost it for 12 days. Yes, I know who reported me. No, I will not be sharing that person because I am not going to stoop down to their level. Do I know why my account was down? Yes, because someone fraudulently reported me for something that wasn't even true. And did it affect my income? Absolutely. 100% it did for a very long time. Obviously, who doesn't love, you know, making money? But that's the least important thing to me when it comes to LuxMommy, if I'm being honest. And I know that that may sound silly, but it's just the truth. LuxMommy is so much more to me. And if I were to make a list of all the things that I love about LuxMommy, the making the money part would be at the bottom. I truly am just so grateful for each and every one of you, this space, this community. The fact that I can sit down here and just be myself and answer questions and talk to you and feel confident and comfortable doing that, to me is huge, like huge. This is why I started LuxMommy. I started LuxMommy because as an introvert, I have a lot to say. But like I said earlier, I haven't always had the space to feel comfortable and confident enough to say those things. And it's because of you, it's because of this community that I can do this and have each and every one of you as friends. I'm just really, really grateful. I really, really am. And I feel like I don't say it enough, but I feel like when I say it all the time, it sounds like I'm BSing you, but the truth is I'm not. I am so grateful for this community and to be able to have this space because it has done way more for me than you could ever imagine. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Amanda. I hope this video is not too long, but I would love it if you join my YouTube family. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and make sure to say hello, chat, introduce yourself if you haven't. If you don't typically comment on my videos, this is me asking you to comment. Say something down below, say hello, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.